In this interactive video you will learn more about two important browsers, the Mask by Config, and the Model browser. Note, other browsers do exist, such as the Material, Property, or Load browser, etc. The Mask by Config browser is extremely helpful. For instance, by employing the Mask by Config browser, you can easily isolate higher-order quad elements from the entire set of elements, or isolate triad elements from all other elements, and so on. In this example we wish to only view the red spiders. This is an easy thing to accomplish. Click on Isolate, next to 0D/rigids. That is all. Now we are interested in viewing all 2D elements. In order to only display tri elements, we need to open up the folder 2D. Provided we are sure that the model contains only 2D elements, we can hide the quad elements, or we can isolate the tri elements instead. To display all 2D elements, activate the plus symbol next to 2D. Now we are adding all elements to the display again. Next, we are going to explore the so-called Model browser. In simple words, the Model browser provides a list of contents of the model. But the Model browser offers much more than that. The Model browser controls the display of geometry, elements, loads and constraints, as well as their associated color. Moreover, the Model browser also enables you to retrieve, assign, and edit solver-related properties, such as material parameters. Please click the Model browser tab. Now open the component folder. Please notice the symbols next to the component named LMFL1. Hopefully, you recognize these symbols again. The one highlighted refers to the finite element mesh, whereas the other refers to geometry. This should already give you the answer to the question, what are components about? Components, or component collectors, host information about the mesh and the geometry. Depending on the model and its structure, you may have multiple components. Aside from its name, a component always owns an ID, which is used for referencing inside the solver deck, and a color which is used while displaying its content. As the color is assigned to the component collector, both geometry and elements will be displayed in the same color. Deactivating the element icon next to the component named LMFL1 simply switches off the elements from the display. All that is left refers to the component named rigid. Sometimes you need to rename the component. This is easy to do. In HyperMesh, click on the component of interest with your right mouse button. This will open up a pop-up menu, which offers options such as Create, Delete, or Make Current. While the meaning of Create and Delete is obvious, you may wonder about the meaning of Make Current is. The answer is rather simple and is not restricted to component collectors. This is because all model entities have to be stored in specific types of collectors. Just to mention a few important ones: component collectors for geometry and elements, load collectors for loads and constraints, material collectors, or property collectors. So whenever you create a new entity, make sure that HyperMesh knows the collector to which the entity belongs to. This is accomplished by making the targeted collector current. The current collector is always displayed in bold letters. What happens to newly created entities if there is no current collector? In this case, HyperMesh automatically creates a new specific collector, named Auto1. You then can move via the Organize command the entities, or simply assign a more reasonable name to the collector. Later on you will learn how to move the content from one collector to another. But coming back to the initial task, which is renaming the collector named LMFL1. It is easy, just select the option Rename, and type in the new name. It is as simple as that. The new name of the selected component will be Changing the color of the component or any other collector is also as easy. Click on the color icon and choose your favorite color. That's all. That is what you need to know about component collectors. At least for the moment. In order to change the size of a tab area or browser window, click on the vertical edge and drag it to the right. By default, the tab area is located on the left side. You can also place the tab area on the right, or even allow tab areas on the left and right side of the window, hence allowing you to customize the look and feel of HyperMesh.